And welcome to Upon Further Review. I'm Josh Aubrey. Plenty to get to in this week's show. The Georgia Southern Eagles looking to rebound from their 28-8 loss to Coastal Carolina this past week, which was their fourth straight loss. This week, looking for some bounce back on the road as they head to San Marcos, Texas, to take on Texas State coming up this Saturday. We'll have an interview with interim head coach Kevin Whitley and some of the players about the game with Texas State's Bobcats. We'll also talk with some of the high school football coaches and their players who are still alive. The Statesboro Blue Devil season unfortunately came to a close this past week as they lost on the road at Glenn Academy, and so did the Portal Panthers. Their seasons finished as well, but the Bulloch Academy Gators and Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets seasons will continue in the opening round of the state playoffs. Southeast Bulloch looking for their first state playoff victory since 1973. They are the number 2 seed, and they'll be hosting Long County at Fred Shaver Field Friday night at 7:30. As for the Bulloch Academy Gators, they're the number 9 seed in the GISA state playoffs. They'll be on the road at number 8 seed Bethlehem Christian. We'll hear from them, and we've also got some basketball highlights from the Georgia Southern men's basketball team who tipped off the season with a big victory at home at Hanner Fieldhouse before a good crowd against Ball State. All that and plenty more coming up on Upon Further Review. And a reminder before we go to break, hopefully you'll never be in an accident, but if so, please give our friends at the Sullivan Law Firm a call, 912-489-8888. or online at thesullivanlawfirm.com.
You choose the combination, and they'll cook in their 500-degree brick oven in just a few minutes. Your own delicious pizza experience using only the freshest ingredients on hand-tossed dough and individually sized just for you. And that Eagle Nation is why they're called Your Pie, because it's all about you. The Your Pie in Statesboro and downtown Savannah is owned and operated by Joe Hunt, a Georgia Southern grad. So when you order your next pizza, be true blue and make it all about you. Go see Joe at Your Pie, and I guarantee it, you'll be glad you did.
Well, the Georgia Southern Eagle football team lost their 4th straight game and have only won 1 Sunbelt game this year. This week, they're trying to change things around as they will be on the road at Texas State. We had a chance to talk with interim head coach Kevin Whitley and some of the players about the matchup.
Biggest thing for us just try to keep getting better. One of our nemesis has been playing on the road, not just this season, past seasons as well. I think the last really strong performance we had on the road was against App State on Halloween a few years ago. So we'll continue to keep tweaking the plan and try to start off fast and have a good performance on the road. So just want to see them play hard, play together. The defense played well. I think the first part of the game, every time we got the ball, we were inside our 15-yard line. So it's rough, bad conditions, bad side of the field. It's tough, a lot of pressure on you to perform. So. But the defense kept us in the game. We just couldn't get anything going offensively. Had the 2 turnovers. The first turnover we had, Justin made a good run. We had a first down, so we just got to take care of the ball, which is something we preach is ball security. So if we don't fumble that, we got the first down. We keep their offense off the field, and I think it would have been a much different outcome, so to speak. But, that when you're playing great teams, particularly a team like Coastal Carolina, if you turn the ball over, it's not going to be good for you. And I want to say it was 4-1 in the turnover margin. On film, they're probably one of the toughest teams we're playing. They're having a difficult season as well. Some things are not going their way, but they've been in games and just hadn't found a way to close them out. So, offensively, they like to throw it around. They got 2 really good quarterbacks. I think number 2 may have gotten injured a little bit last week, and so 11 vet came in. He's the guy we played against last year. So we're all familiar with him. They gave us some problems last year with the deep ball, so we're going to have to defend those. Good running game, and they play really hard on defense. So. Tremendous challenge, and again for us, it's just finding a way to get it done on the road. It's finding, putting it together and finding it. Anything we can do to help us get off to a fast start, and then maintain that through the entire game. Because again, this past weekend, I think Coach Sloan said that the first 22 plays we were all 3 and out. The last 22 plays, it was all 3 and out. Now we got to worry about those plays in the middle. So every game has been like that. You go South Ave. The first 20 minutes is 31-0. The last 40 minutes, we win 14-10. So it's a matter of putting it all 4 quarters together, and so that's what we'll keep doing. That's what I'll keep preaching, and then hopefully we can figure it out before the year's out, and we can get off to a good recruiting season and get ready for the next season.
Yeah, that middle 8.
Middle 8 is critical. It's critical. That middle 8, you got to end that first half strong, and then you got to come out of the locker room on fire. And so just trying to get that. I mean, it's been a challenge. I didn't think it would be that hard to figure, all of that out. But it's been definitely a challenge trying to push the right buttons to get us to play 4 quarters. And I think for us too is when something goes bad or it's 7-0, the game is not over. I mean, the game is not over. Let's go on defense. Let's block a punt. Let's do something to get the momentum back in our favor. And so far, we haven't found that right button to push.
First of all, definitely exciting. A lot of my family been calling me already, like, man, give me a ticket. Make sure you give me a ticket, come to the game. So that's exciting, and another opportunity to go out and get better and play for a W and play with my brothers. I really just feel like we gotta put it all together. Play a complete game and just find a consistent path that we can take and just really like I say, just really put everything together and just find that consistency within offense, defense, special teams, and just keep pushing all the way till the clock says 0-0. Situations, it's discouraging, but at the same time, this is a team sport, and those moments is when we have to rise our level of intensity even more. So, we don't point fingers. We don't blame offense. We don't blame defense. We don't blame special teams for nothing. We hold accountability for ourselves. And, we talked about it as a defense too. Like, in those moments, our team needed us the most. And, we didn't step up like we wanted to. But, it's definitely something that we're going to feed off of and grow from for this next trip coming up. It's good for the team, especially, our younger guys, some guys, that's thinking about coming back and things like that. It gives hope to the community. It gives hope to the program. And, just right now, the most important thing is just creating a relationship with the coach, and, building that foundation as a coach to player relationship.
Well, for one, it's most definitely going to be take care of the ball. We turned over the ball too many times, and if you take away all the turnovers and you take away the block point, we win that game 8-7. So, that's really the key point. We got to focus on us and not worry about what's going on around us, and just keep stacking the days. I have a lot of family and friends there, but that'll be the only difference. I'm still going out there to play with my brothers. It doesn't really matter what's going on out there. I got a few old teammates over there. I got some childhood friends over there. And, it's only a few hours from where I live at. So I got some friends that go there. So it's definitely going to be a fun week.
That game getting underway at 3 o'clock in San Marcos at Texas State. Stay with us. High school previews coming up next. The Southeast Bulloch Coaches Show segment is brought to you in part thanks to Southeast Tire and Service. Southeast Tire and Service has been in business for 13 years, offering extensive vehicle repair and service from bumper to bumper. Come have a cup of coffee with us and let us help you with your car needs. Located at 400 Parker Avenue in Brooklyn. With operations across North America and customers all around the globe, Interfor is one of the world's largest lumber providers. Interfor serves the needs of customers, strengthens local economies, and builds value for its employees and shareholders. Interfor is where excellence meets opportunity. In the past decade, Interfor has invested $1.3 billion into modern facilities and systems that employ the latest technologies. Interfor, excellence grows here. Well, the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets, looking for their first state playoff victory since 1973, will be hosting Long County, who are making their first ever state playoff appearance. We had a chance to talk with Yellow Jacket head coach Jared Zito and a couple of his players about the matchup.
I told these guys just a few minutes ago, 9-1's great. We've done lots of great things. But the reality is we haven't really done anything that no one else has done, certainly even in the most recent history, last 3 years. They want to set a legacy that's different. They've got to be that first team that gets past that first round. And the task is at hand. RTG is really about returning everything to standard, the culture, and everything we do. But at the same time, it's also about winning that first playoff game since '73.
What makes you feel like they can?
Well, I believe in our team. I think we got a great team. I believe in our guys that have bought into our culture, and I believe that we're ready to take that next step. We've done nothing but get better and better as the year gone on. And after that Liberty County game, I really felt like we took a big-time step in the right direction. We could have went one of two ways there. It could have all fallen apart. And so the credit goes to our team, to our staff, to pull everybody together, and they all understood kind of what had happened. So really proud of them, really happy for them. This is going to be a great week. I saw something earlier. I think 245 teams are practicing out of 465 in the state, and we're one of those. Now we want to be one of those that are still practicing a week from today. Well, I know this. It's their first playoff game in school history, from what I understand. I know they're real excited over there, obviously. Coach Feaster, I know him from North Atlanta, does a real good job. They're untraditional on offense, 2 tight ends, 3 backs, ball control, try to get 3 or 4 yards at a time. Got to stop 2 or 3 of their top plays and trap power and stretch. Defensively, they try to get lots of bodies around the line of scrimmage, and they do a good job of that. They've done a really good job of putting their kids in the best position to win. I think that it's the best coach team probably we've seen so far in terms of just fundamentals and doing exactly what their kids are capable of. So I expect it to be a great game on Friday.
What do you think you have to do to win?
Number one, we gotta be really good on defense on first down. Putting them behind the chains is important. Letting them get 3 and 4 yards at a crack it becomes a problem. They go on lots of drives and they chew up lots of time. So it limits how many times you're going to get the ball on offense. So I think we got to first down's critical. We got to stop trap. Trap's their number one play. I think if we don't stop trap, we're going to have a long night. We gotta score on offense and score early to try to put them in a position that they don't want to be in. Anytime you get in the playoffs, it really comes down to turnovers and penalties. So we got to be clean in those areas. If we do all those things, I think it's going to be a great game. But I believe in the Jackets.
Honestly, I feel like we have really got better since that first loss. Not to say that we needed that loss, but I know it most definitely woke us up. And like I say, right now I feel we are the best defense in our Class 3A. We all get to the ball. We have started to wrap up more, and we always get better and better each game with guys that can make a difference, and we do the best we can, I feel. I always feel like SCB always had talent. Even since I was a little kid, I always used to come to the games, and they always had talent. This school has a winning tradition in football. But one thing I feel like this year is different is we work together, defense and offense. We have good coaches for the most part. We are a good coach team. We listen to our coaches, and we're just ready to play. We love the game, and I feel like we all just come together and we all lock in. When we lock in, we are a powerful team.
I feel like we're riding the wave. We just want the wave to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, just keep building momentum and go deeper and deeper. Well, we all play for each other. It's not, in the past it's been about a couple people, it's about me, but now it's all about we and the bigger goal of the team. And we just want to do something different. We want to be special. We don't want to be the team that has all the talent and lose in the first round. They got a couple dudes. We just got to come out and do our thing and shut them down early.
That game getting underway at 7:30 at Fred Shaver Field. Stay with us. Bulloch Academy's previews coming up next.
Ready for fall? Us too at RJ Poe. Get ready to cheer on your favorite team in a new performance polo from Peter Millar, Southern Tide and AFCO. Ladies, we have the best brands and trending fashions. Complete your look with one of our best-selling shoe brands, Soft, On Cloud, and Free People. Shop these brands and so much more at one of our 3 locations, RJ Pope Buckhead, Downtown, and Vidalia.
Well, the Bulloch Academy Gators looking to rebound from another loss. They were still able to make the playoffs despite losing 50-21 on the road at Pinewood to wrap up the regular season. This week it's on the road at Bethlehem Christian. We had a chance to talk with head coach Steve Pennington and a couple of his players about the matchup.
Give credit to Pinewood, especially the way they started the game. They had a big-time drive at the beginning of the game, and once they got into the red zone, we really made them work for that score. And then the beautiful thing about it, Josh, is that when they kicked off to us, 3 plays later, we were in the end zone, and really one of the fastest drives we've had all year long. We struggled there a little bit in moving the football, and the turnovers didn't really halted us as far as getting any momentum. It was a 14-7 game with about 8 seconds to go in the half. and we didn't really respond too well right there and give them credit for making the play. The second half, again, the turnover bug was not in our favor, but I will say something good that did come out of that is that I think we had offensively had 5 drives. 3 of those we, I believe, scored on. So we moved the football. We were our own worst nemesis in making the mistakes and that stopped drives and enabled them to get the ball back. And, of course, an explosive team like that, they take advantage of those opportunities. We'll take that, and we're ever grateful that we get to play again this week. We are excited at least to have another opportunity, and that's what it is an opportunity. And in this day and time, you got to take advantages of those. Because of the power rankings, because we did play such a tough schedule, I think 7 of the teams that we played are either the number 1 or number 2 seed in their respective regions. And, a couple of them are still undefeated. So that helped us in our power rankings. And, we have to go all the way back to the beginning of the season, Josh, to realize who we played and how well we played. And we got to find that kind of fire. It's been a long year, and our players have – a lot of them had to go through some injuries and playing both ways. But, hey, right now everybody's 0-0 when it comes to record in the playoffs. So we're in a point to where we are excited about the opportunity. Bethlehem is a very well-coached team, a lot of big boys. They like the power of the game. And then, they score a lot of points. One thing about it, they have given up some points too. And so we feel about the direction our offense is going. We believe that we can move the football on them. But it's time also that defensively we're going to have to rise to the occasion and play lights out to keep them off the scoreboard.
I think we got to just kind of not turn the ball over as much, but I think we have, with Rodney coming back, be able to throw the ball pretty far now and just kind of get it to him in open space and let him work. With having Bryson there for third down back, just kind of being a big body back there, and then having Isaiah being able to run the ball as good as he has this year, and just kind of opens up the offense a little bit more. I think our defense and offense have been playing pretty good recently, and just we've been playing pretty good as a whole team, really. I'm feeling pretty good. I think we can beat Bethlehem and then hopefully go on and beat John Milledge next week.
Well, I feel like we're getting better every week, going in and out of practice. We're starting to focus more, come together as a team, so I feel like we're doing a lot better with that standpoint. Again, having Rodney back is a huge comeback, really our whole offense, really. So I feel like we're getting there. Well, I feel like our offense has got to keep up. I feel like if we can score a lot more than we have been, which is kind of stupid to say, but our offense really, we had a bunch of stops against Pinewood, and our offense really couldn't come through a couple times. I feel like that hurt us a little bit, but then we had a bunch of turnovers as well. Our defense has got to come through in the second half. We're playing good in the first half, but our second half defense hasn't been there a lot this season, so I feel like we really need to step up in that aspect.
That game getting underway at Bethlehem Christian at 7:30 Friday night. Stay with us, more to come upon further review. McCooks Pharmacy, located on Highway 80 East, is family owned and operated by Lynn and Janie McCook, as well as their son, Josh McCook. Serving the Bulloch County area since 2005, McCooks Pharmacy offers fast and friendly service where the customers come first. Vaccinations are available, including shingles, flu, pneumonia, and Tdap. Drive-through service is available with 2 drive-through windows for your convenience. McCooks Pharmacy offers free local deliveries, and new customers are always welcome. Continuing the tradition of our family caring for your family, McCooks Pharmacy, Highway 80 East. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, providing primary care for Statesboro area patients since 1998, providing complete physicals, complete sports physicals, Medicare wellness exams, full diabetes treatment, and education from lifestyle changes to oral medications to insulin pump therapy, in-house dermatology, in-house circulation tests and ultrasounds, and in-house labs. Featuring nurse practitioner Melissa Beasley, Family Internal Medicine of Statesboro can accommodate same-day or next-day appointments to serve your needs. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, where we care.
At Badcock Home Furniture and More, we know what it means to find the perfect fit. The feeling of surprise. That just right moment of delight. It's what we see every time a family finds their priced right style and snuggle perfect comfort. Because for us, home isn't simply where you live, it's how you live. Badcock Home Furniture and More. Just right.
Well, the Statesboro Blue Devils season came to a close on the road at Glenn Academy. It was tough for the Blue Devils as they went from possibly hosting the state playoffs a couple of weeks ago with a win over Effingham County. They were leading 31-21 on the road in Springfield, but were unable to hold on, lose that one 34-31, and then kind of snowballed from there as they lost to Glenn Academy. We had a chance to talk with Blue Devil head coach Jeff Kaiser about how he felt the season went.
As recent as 8 days ago, we were feeling 8-9 days ago, feeling pretty good with an opportunity to even be the region runner-up and host. And I think the close loss to Effingham blew the wind out of our sails a little bit, and we didn't rebound last week. And, it is what it is. We didn't get it done. Very proud of our kids for the amount of work they put in. We identified yesterday in our coaching staff meeting, obviously, the areas where we've got to improve, and it had nothing to do with players and positions. We got to mature as a team. I don't know, the head scratcher to us, what we're trying to put our finger on is we weren't an undisciplined, penalized team earlier in the year. The last few weeks, it just snowballed and bit us, so we've got to figure out a way to manage that, coach through undisciplined penalties, and become a more mature physical football team for next year. When we evaluate our personnel through our off-season program, that will evolve, that will show its face as the off-season goes, and we never make flat-out wholesale adjustments. We just tweak and adjust to what our kids can do and can't. We were very pleased in a lot of areas. We've got our biggest concern this year will be replacing some depth defensively, losing some good players. That happens to everybody every year. It was just time for the younger guys to step up and create opportunities for themselves. We've got to become a more physical football team for 48 minutes. We attribute some of our losses, 3 of our losses, we just didn't finish and we had the opportunity. So we'll address that in the off season, and there's not really any time to deflate before our kids get back to work in the weight room and working on their craft, and the attitude's good. We know the expectation that the community has. We know what our community wants and expects, and we're working to that. We just got to improve in some intangible areas as well as physically on the field. Feel like we made some mistakes and had a couple bad breaks toward the end of the year. Are we a talented football team? Nobody can answer that. In areas we are, in some areas we're not as talented. Did we lose some games we should have won? We lost some games we had the opportunity to win. We also won some games we weren't supposed to on paper. So, we don't pay attention to that. We control, who we have, what we've got to work with, and helping them develop into the best players they can be for our team. One of our weakest area is helping our kids realize, and our kids realizing that you don't let the highs get too high, you don't let the lows get too low. We have had an issue this year with our lows getting too low, and that's some things that need to be addressed at home as well as on the football field. And I think our staff done a good job of addressing that and understanding that that's an area where we've got to get better.
Shifting gears indoors, the Georgia Southern men's basketball team got the 2021-22 season underway this past Tuesday night at Hanover Fieldhouse as they host Ball State. Let's send you out for some of the highlights. The Georgia Southern Eagles tipping off the 2021-22 season Tuesday at Hanover Fieldhouse before the largest opening night crowd in over 10 years, hosting Ball State. Eagle football head coach Clay Helton getting a warm reception during his introduction, and it's Getty Yusupidis starting the scoring with a turnaround fadeaway. Next, newcomer Trey Cobbs driving for the reverse. Prince Toyambi getting in on the action. Nice low post moves here, and he gets the right-handed hook to fall. Kamari Brown later with the three-pointer. Caden Archie driving baseline and going up for two. The defense here with one of 12 steals starting the break. Cam Bryant finishing with the slam. But the Cardinals holding the lead. Peyton Sparks for two. Cardinals by 5. The Eagles then go on a run themselves. Archie, the nice look inside to Toyambi. Next, Cobbs to Getty in the corner for 3. The Eagles with their first lead of the game, 28-26. Andrei Savrasov, 2 of his 11 points. Again, Ball State comes back to take the lead on the 3 by Jalen Wyndham. Eagles answer with Savrasov. Getty then 3 more of his team-high 15 points. Savrasov, nice give to Getty for 2 more. We go to the half, tied at 41 all. Second half, the Cardinals take the early lead on Jalen Sellers' steal and flush, but the Eagles right back. Cobbs goes baseline, 2 more of his 10 points. 6 Eagles in double figures in the game, including Kamari Brown. Here, the corner 3. He'd have 12 points. Brown then up top knocks down 3 more. A 1-point game here. Brown to Savrasov for the easy 2. The defense again starts the offense, the block. 1 of 5 in the game. Then Caden Archie will drive. He's off the mark, but Toyambi there for the rebound and putback. He'd have 11 points in the game. Cam Bryant then hitting for 3 of his 11 points. Eagles up by 1. Getty then finds a cutting Bryant for 2 more with the reverse. Getty with only 3 points in the second half, but this one made it a 5-point Eagle lead. He'd have 15. Georgia Southern 5 blocks. Archie getting in on the block party as he blocks the dunk attempt by Sparks. Nice job later on. Brown the hoop and 1. And finally another steal. And Archie with the finishing touch as the Eagles open up with an impressive 82-71 victory. Now to wrap things up for now, we thank you for joining us. Hope to see you again next week.